Welcome to my channel, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I go by the name SSG and I make gaming content. Or should I say that I used to make strictly gaming content, but now I feel like adding a more human touch to my gameplay videos by expressing myself and talking about the world around us, the world around me. I started this channel as a means to just showcase my love for gaming, but I had a rethink. I don't want to be a YouTuber that only uploads gameplay because I know deep down in my heart that I can use this platform for so much more. I can use my channel to express myself in a way that sheds light on the strange times that we live in. I know in my heart that I need to use this platform to wake more people up and to have these important discussions. I just want to keep it real with you guys. In this video, honestly, I feel like, well, from my perspective and what I've been feeling around the world, or around me per se, I feel like our world is moving too fast. And we can't go on like this. If you think about it, the world today as we know it is heading down a very dark path. I don't want this video to be fear-based material for you guys. In fact, I want it to be the exact opposite. I want this video to leave you guys with thought-provoking questions and maybe some answers. But before I get to the optimistic side of this video, we need to talk about the ugly side. Everything feels different now. Everything in the world feels different. Life isn't life anymore. In short, everything sucks, and I have been feeling this way for a while now. I feel like the world as we know it is losing its very essence, and I feel like everyone is just faking it. I feel like loyalty doesn't exist anymore. In fact, I feel like loyalty never existed because of how non-existent it is today. And that is very telling. I feel like most people are losing their way and becoming extremely narcissistic. I feel like people only ever want to use you like how a person would use a product. But are these just my feelings talking, or am I witnessing something that affects everyone as a collective? Have I noticed a change in the atmosphere, or is it just me? I feel like there is so much I want to do with my life, but I am just stuck with the cards that life has dealt me. I feel like most people don't care what happens to the world around them, and more importantly, I feel like I have no control anymore. And I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys out there, you guys feel the same way. But then I think back to a much more simpler time in my life, a time when I had more control, a time when I didn't have to worry about whether a girl likes me because of me or she liked what I could provide for her, a time when I had less confusion in my life, a time when I didn't have to wonder if my homies were real or if I had fake homies. I still keep a piece of myself from this simpler time. I keep him close to my heart. I don't want to forget what it was like for him, what it was like for us to live in simpler times. I live in a world that people are so transactional these days. People only want to help you if there is something that you can do for them. And yeah, that is another thing I noticed. People are much more pessimistic these days. And I don't know if it's because of technology or maybe they've just had a really rough time and now they're choosing to project their pain on other people. But I think about this a lot. I think about all the people that I am no longer friends with. I think about my exes and situationships that still have loose ends. I think about all the times when I would go play basketball with my friends. I find myself in a state of constant overthinking, and I feel like this is what humanity is mostly experiencing in this new modern world. Or maybe it's just that what it feels like, or maybe that's just what it feels like to become an adult. I think about my parents and other people's parents. I think to myself, is this the adulthood they've been exposed to? It can't be, or at the very least, it shouldn't be. If adulthood is just a constant state of nostalgia, fear, and regret, then growing up must be some sort of curse. And I want out, basically. There was an innocence that we were privy to as kids. An innocence where we could go outside and play until the sun sets with our friends. We were living more authentic and euphoric lives, and suddenly everything flipped on its head, and now people pretend to not know what it was like to grow up in that era. Most people forget themselves. Most people forget where they come from. It's almost as if a lot of people are trying so hard to not be themselves in this modern world. And these are just some of the few things I noticed. And these things compound. They have a compound effect where if enough people do these things at the same time, people keep spreading negative energy into the atmosphere. People are going to start feeling the repercussions in society. It's just a matter of compound effect. And I feel like this particular thing drives me crazy sometimes. A lot of adults are just plain pretend. This puts a strain on relationships, and in turn puts a strain on society. This is one of the reasons why I feel like I'm so sick of people, because everyone is pretending to not feel the shift that I feel. Capitalism is another reason why I feel like so many things are pissing me off. I have tried a lot of things in my life to make money, bro. Like, it's not even funny. I have been a runway model, I have been a TV presenter, I have worked in hospitality, and I have tried to make paintings. But it just feels like I'm running on a human-sized hamster wheel, and this provokes me a tad bit. What's funny is that most people are on a hamster wheel themselves, but they fail to realize it until it's too late. I want to dedicate my channel to waking people up and having them see that this life we're living is not it. Life is full of absolute crap, but some of that crap is fixable. That's the upside to it, and we don't have to put up with it any longer. We as a society can put a stop to a lot of things, but I feel like humanity is just so distracted and existing in our own little bubbles that we just can't seem to come together to fix anything, even our most mediocre problems, which is bonkers to me. Like, it makes no sense at all the more you think about it. Now that I have vented and gotten that off my chest, I would like to take this video to a much more lighter tone and actually leave you guys with my solutions on how I think we as a society can get back on the right track. I want to open minds and exchange ideas on this particular topic, because obviously one man is not going to have all the answers. Our society is too far gone to look up to one messiah. I am no one's messiah. You are no one's messiah. We as a collective can't fix our problems. It's just like Dune. You cannot wait for any messiah. You have to save Arrakis on your own with your people, the Fremen. So we are all Fremen. Just take that as an analogy. My first solution to all of this, and I truly believe this one is a game changer. My first solution is very simple. Why don't we start by being kinder to each other? It sounds absolutely simple, but I think people need to train themselves on how to be kinder. More people have so lost the plot that they think being mean is a flex. Laughing at other people's pain is especially crazy when tomorrow it could just be you who is in that same predicament. The way the world is set up now, any one of us can fall. But through kindness, if one of us falls, there will always be another to lift him up. That is the point of kindness. It fosters community by nature. That's what I love the most about kindness. My second solution to this problem that we find ourselves is to change your circle. Yes, you need to change your inner circle. If there are people that are feeding you with negativity and despair, you need to go and find people who will feed you with positivity and light. It is so simple. This way you become a better human being around others, which in turn creates a ripple effect of spreading more positivity. The way the world is today, good people who stood by and watched evil things happen unchecked, made the world the way it is today. And this can also go into your friendship groups. If these people you call your friends are adding to the rot in our society, then you need to stop giving them your time if they refuse to change. I think a lot of things we are experiencing today in the world is as a result of people not checking their friends and family when they see that they are awful human beings. And if you want to keep living in a shitty world, then keep on having your shitty friends and family. Simple. Another tip I have for you guys is to remain optimistic. This is my third tip, I think. Remain optimistic and remain resilient. It feels like life these days is just wake up, work a minimum wage job, barely get by, and repeat. I'll say it again. You wake up, you work a minimum wage job, you barely get by, and repeat. This is what we call the cycle of poverty. It can feel like a mundane ride, but I promise you that if you find ways to keep yourself optimistic, different doors are going to open up for you. The thing to remember with optimism is that it doesn't mean you only happy when things are going well. This can also mean that you are keeping a positive attitude even when you go through tough times. Your optimism is your greatest asset in a society that has lost its empathy. So stay happy and always keep a free mind, guys. This one is so important. Always make sure you keep a free mind. Make sure you're optimistic. Make sure you're resilient in chasing your goals. Always make sure you are on your grind. And be optimistic while things are working out. My fourth tip on the list is to avoid the mainstream media. Avoid the mainstream media, guys, or at least watch how you consume it. When it comes to consuming what the mass media puts out into the world, I have a policy where I never sit down to watch the news for more than 1 hour. This way I can take a step back and make my own opinions, form my own thoughts around the subject, rather than let people decide what I should be thinking or feeling. You also have to keep in mind that the mass media is not just the news anymore. It can also appear in the form of your phone, Twitter, promotional emails, and even sometimes YouTube. Depending on what type of content you consume on this platform, it can also be the mass media, believe me. The key thing here is to always be diligent and to always vet the kind of content you choose to consume, and that should be simple. No one else should do your thinking for you. That is your job. God made it your job, so it has to be your job. No one should think for you. My sixth tip is to let go of regrets. If you're a younger kid watching this, just know that even when you turn 25, 26, I still consider that a kid, and many people do as well. No matter what kind of regret you have buried in your chest, just know that you can choose to let go today. Cherish yourself and the fact that you still have time. Yes, this is still a fact. Time is on your side. If you are a young kid watching this, I'm talking to you. Time is on your side. So cherish your friends, cherish your siblings, cherish your communities, even if it's just a Reddit forum that you have, or a WhatsApp group, or a Discord group. Cherish all of that stuff. Cherish everything and keep on pushing. If you have homies now, cherish them. If they are real homies, cherish them. If they are fake homies, kick them to the side. You already know. But yeah, just cherish everything you have. Like, I can't imagine being a kid again. I would love to just wake up and be 16, 17, because I know that the only job I had as a kid was to just be myself, be creative, and just have fun and go with the flow. I should have gone to more parties. I should have played more games. Okay, maybe I did play more games. But my point is, you will never be this young again. You will never be this young again. So cherish the moments while you are young. Stay in the present and relax. And my next tip is learn to let go of nostalgia, or at least watch the way you allow it to consume your life. I know that living in the past has its merits. After all, the past is where most of our treasured memories and experiences are buried. This can be a good thing if you're in hospice If you're in hospice, yeah, going to the past is a good thing. You have your memories where you can use it as a crutch. But if you're a fully functioning person and you're relying heavily on nostalgia as a quick fix for your problems, then it is akin to being a drug addict. Only this time, your drug of choice is your memories and your past trophies. It is not a sustainable way to live. Rather than dwell in your nostalgia, you can in fact leave your crib, leave your home, and go and form some new memories out there. Find good people that you like and make the best memories with them. This way, your life is in a state of continuum and you are in the present moment now. My sixth tip is to let go of regrets. If you are a younger kid watching this now, just know that, let go of regrets. Everyone needs to let go of regrets. Not just for the younger kids, for everyone. Everyone needs to just let go of their regrets. So, I just want to touch on that a little bit. Regrets aren't like a life sentence. It is good to feel these feelings, feel your emotions, but just know that you have to still move on. You have to still move on. I think we're at the end of my list, guys, so I'll be ending this video in a bit. But before I leave you guys, I would like to add a few more points. I just want to say that I realize that life is much more larger than my need to play video games and upload gameplays. In many ways, I started this channel as a means to find community, and I want to keep putting out videos for you guys. And I pray that I keep connecting with more of you through my gaming commentary videos, because this is my purpose. This is how I keep saying, and it's the best time to share what I feel in my heart. So I'll keep sharing and I'll keep showing up. And I just had to get this off my chest. So I'm sorry if the video came off as gloomy or overbearing. I hope you don't unfollow me, and I hope you guys keep showing up for me, because I am trying my best to put out positive content that can really serve you guys in the long run. On that note, just know that if you are ever feeling too overwhelmed with life, you can always return to this video. It will always be here for you. It will always be online, and you can reuse it anytime you want. So please keep thinking positively. Keep putting that smile on your face, because it suits you very well. Peace, 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 and more peace. See you guys in the next one. I have been SSG Somber Space Gaming. See you guys in the next one. Peace.